All right, folks, happy Friday and a happy October 1st. Boy, that calendar's just a zoom-in, isn't it? It's about 11:30 a.m. I've been out here for a little bit. A little bit to talk about here. We got some firsts going on. But first, just let me tell you, and hopefully I can afford a video here this evening. Kind of one of those, we're going to call it a feel-good day today. I don't know, it's the changing of the calendar and everything else. The entire heifer lot and the bull that was with the heifers are now in with the cows. They're all together. The only thing left in that lot now, the only cattle that are separated is the 8 steers. The 8 steers remained in the heifer, in the unstocked lot. Because that's the only thing I know what to do with them right now. And they started a finishing off of grain ration this morning with alfalfa. I will be giving them corn silage, but we'll take a better look when we can. You're gonna have to excuse me when we get up to these headlands here. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. I took on this chunk of property. This is about 13 and a half acres, a great addition to the farm. I took this on about 5 years ago with a 5-year lease. I just harvested my 5th year here. Quite naturally and obviously, this was in corn for corn silage. Well, me and all my glory and infinite wisdom, I started doing some thinking a couple days ago about crop rotations for next year, and this was a brain teaser right here. Before I allowed myself to go any further, I got in contact with the owners. Great people, good family. And I'm very happy and proud to say, I'll spare you the details, that another 5-year lease agreement has been reached. In fact, to up the ante on greatness, because I love this, it has now turned into a, we're going to call it a crop share program lease. Long story short, they fenced in some area at the old farmstead here, and they've now got a few head of cattle for their own use, their own personal consumption, and all that other stuff. So, and they plan to continue, which I think is great. You know, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 head a year. So we're now taking the price of rent and turning it in, obviously, to the price of feed. So, give me a second here, I lost my line. It shouldn't be that hard, but it is. Okay, so another 5-year lease agreement has been reached. It's going to be on a crop share program, so to speak. It's going to be feed. So, I started thinking. This field has had corn in it for 3 years. 3 years. Now, don't get me wrong. I put my commercial fertility back into this property. But I feel I'm starting to really rob it, if you can make that make sense. Because of course, corn will just suck the life out of the soil. So I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, folks. I actually got a lot of going on here, and I can't handle much at one time. I'm like, okay, enough is enough. I cannot keep putting corn into this. Now, this is 5 miles away from the farm, so it's not the most actual convenient piece of ground that there is. Two days ago, I was out here with the cultivator. I don't do things, and I haven't done things here in the most traditional manner, but I have never been accused of being a very traditional person, so I really don't care. Came out here with the cultivator first. I set it at about 3 inches in the ground, so I could, by God, take up a lot of these stalks, these stock roots from the corn, and of course bring up soil as well. Now I'm out here with the John Deere 637 15-foot disc, and I'm basically mashing it all together, for the lack of better words, incorporating all that soil, getting some of the stalks that don't get lifted up by the cultivator. Hold on here a second. 2 things at once. I'm raising the disc. For anybody that doesn't know, it's okay that you don't leave your disc down on a real sharp turn. That's a good way to ruin your equipment in a real hurry. It's too much stress. Well, I'll take a big lazy turn if it merits it. I'll leave the disc down. So I started thinking, and this is my scenario. For the first time, actually I swear for the first time for the farm, definitely the first time for me, I'm going after a winter crop. I am putting in winter rye into here. Winter rye. Now I'm going to speak perfect world to you here. Perfect world is by June 15th. I'm hopeful to take this rye off, obviously disbine it, hopefully at about a good 3-foot height, hopefully more, no more than 4 though, because then it starts getting stocky and stemmy. The goal is to disbine this, the rye that's going to be on here, and it is going to be bale wrapped, and we're talking about a pile of feed. And then immediately, because that is a good time of the year, that's when there's that, if Mother Nature cooperates, there's that 2 or 3 week, I dare say, a little lull period. I mean, I'll be up to my damn neck in newborn calves, but big deal. So then immediately after this crop is taken off, hauled out of here and wrapped somewhere else, that's going to be a bear. I can't wrap it here. It's just not feasible. I'm going to then rough this ground up again. Yes, again. There we go. Or if I can get my hands on a no-till drill, I will think about doing that. And then I will be putting this ground into hay ground. A good mix of like an alfalfa, Timothy, maybe get a brome in here or something. So that's the grand plan. I'm kind of excited about it. Of course, I do like newer things, trying something newer. I've stated before, as long as the possible bad outcome isn't too devastating, I think we're safe here. I don't really care for the time of the year that it is right now, but looking at the absolute future forecast, we have got fantastic weather here for the month of October. Yeah, I mean, just within the next couple of weeks, we're going to keep hitting almost 70. That's unbelievable. So I'm very confident in this. This is going to be a great addition for feed next year, right from the get-go. This will obviously, if things go correctly, will be our first bout of taking off any kind of hay matter or bales of any kind. So yeah, I think this is good stuff here. I am in a little bit of a quandary yet. I need to think about this. I've been advised one of two ways to do this. Throw the seed, the rye seed, into the fertilizer buggy and broadcast it. I gotta be honest with you, I'm not too keen on that. Just because it's me. I'm not. Or of course naturally put it down with my new to me grain drill that I picked up this spring. We'll see what happens. If I do it out of the fertilizer buggy and broadcast it the absolute best that I can, it's going to end up saving me a pass, which is pretty substantial. So that's what we got cooking. I'm pretty excited about it. This ground is working up pretty nice, you know, for the style I went about at it anyway. And yeah, good stuff. So that's what we got cooking. I got a pretty intense day today, kind of, sorta. I am going after dry hay baling October 1st. I ended up getting that alfalfa flipped over with the double windrow rake yesterday. It wasn't supposed to happen. We weren't supposed to see the sun all day long. Well, that sun popped out at about 11:30. Of course, it burned off all that moisture and that hellacious dew that we're now getting, which is common this time of year. I was able to head out there. I think it was about 1:30, 1:45 yesterday afternoon, and raked it up. I think we're going to be doing real good here today for hay baling, and I'll take you with me. I stated on a previous video that the goal was to get about 30 4x5 round bales off that field. I don't see that happening. It's an extremely thin crop. Let's just say I get, you know, whatever I get off there, and it's going to be going to those 8 steers that I'm feeding out right now that are set for a slaughter date of December 11th. They're going to get the brunt of it. The rest is going to be saved, however, whatever I get for the unstock lot, which of course is going to be put together here somewhat sooner than later. I got to do a whoop-de-woo here. But yeah, this is kind of what the field looks like. It's in pretty good shape. It's a beautiful Friday, October fall day here. I'll get you some disc action here on this pass. So yeah, that's what I got cooking. If I can afford the time, which I don't know why I wouldn't be able to, we're gonna have the last hay baling of the year, little video this evening, and then who knows? It's Friday. It's October 1st. Maybe a little hay fred and take a look at the heifers within the cow lot now, and the 8 steers that are being kept back. And I dare say finished off. They're in good shape, good condition. They're last year's ladder-born calves, though, ladder-born steers. I kind of did that a little reverso, but I did that on purpose. I'll spare you the details. We'll talk about it later. I'd like to see them a lot bigger, but a lot to be happy about. You'll get a good look at them. I've got multiple people already lined up for quarters and halves, and we'll talk more about that when we visit the lot. So yeah, new venture here for me. Child's play to some, yes. I don't give a damn. This is interesting, good stuff to me, and I absolutely love trying something new for me, as long as the repercussions aren't too devastating. This is my perfect answer to what should happen with this field going into hay ground next year. But first, I'm going to get a very bountiful big crop of wrapped feed, and it's going to be rye. So we will see what we can do. Happy Friday, folks. We're going to talk to you much sooner than later.